Creativity has an elusive reputation. We think it's something magical. You need to be touched by the muse in order to do something truly creative. And creativity is only something for the happy few, for the true artists, the true creatives. But I think that's nonsense and it's holding you back. In this video, I'm dealing with the myth of creativity. There is a myth surrounding creativity, that it's supposed to be about creating a one from a zero. But actually, creativity is more about combining a one plus a one into something new. These combinations are often hidden from plain sight. If you take a look at the iPod click wheel, for instance, which was a revelation at the time and a true feat of new design, one of the engineers on the original iPod team, who was tasked with coming up with a new interface, loved the type of tiny locks that you need to turn to different combinations in order to open it up. And at some point, he just came up with the idea of combining this into something new, which turned out to be the interface for the iPod. It was just a matter of combining ideas that had not been combined before. And the same goes for art, the same goes for music, the same goes for cooking. If you take a look at creative people, they all combine ideas that had not been combined before. Life is creative. From the smallest atoms combining into molecules, from molecules combining into enzymes, from enzymes combining into the simplest life forms, creation is about combination. Everything has always been, it just hasn't been combined yet. A conversation is creative. Having a child is creative. Creating a business that solves a problem is something creative. There is a method to becoming more original in your creativity. What we call original is just a combination of less obvious things. If you combine obvious items, you're less likely to create something truly breakthrough. Combining items that are less obvious is more likely to create something truly original. You can see it as something you create with Lego. If you just have blue bricks around, chances are you'll come up with blue structures. If you have a rainbow of colors to your disposal, it's more likely that you come up with a colorful structure. If you want to translate this into a recipe for daily use, the trick here is to go really broad. Don't just talk to the same set of people all of the time. In your industry, don't read the same newsletters, the same articles, the same books all over. But create randomness, create noise, create opportunities for serendipity. And in what direction? Just follow your gut. See where your natural interests take you, even if they don't make immediate sense. One famous example is how Steve Jobs used to love calligraphy while he was in college. He loved the intricate details of serif and sans serif fonts and what makes a good typeface. Later in life, when he came to design the original Macintosh with his team, they decided to include these proportionally spaced fonts, which eventually were the basis of the success of the Macintosh in the desktop publishing world. The lesson here is you cannot connect the dots forward, you can only connect the dots backwards. A big advocate of going really broad is Walter Isaacson. He made a study of people who are truly creative and innovative, like Steve Jobs or Leonardo da Vinci. In his book The Innovators, which describes the whole computing revolution, he states that innovation will come from people who are able to link beauty to engineering, humanity to technology and poetry to processors. Once you start filling your surroundings with more diversity of ideas, more colors, the rest seems to take care of itself. It's almost like there is some sort of invisible force leading to combinations of everything that can be combined. The trick then is to create the right circumstances for things to combine spontaneously. And as most creative people can tell you, that happens when you're not actively working on them. In the shower, walking from one meeting to the other, being in nature. Do yourself a favor and lose the notion that creativity is an elusive superpower. Introduce more color. Introduce diversity in all your inputs and let the rest of the process take care of itself. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'll see you next week.